This is the Dallas Morning News. It's Thursday, June 12th. Clouds and thunderstorms will roll throughout the day in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Be alert for possible flash flooding as the rain will be heavy at times. The high will be 81 with an overnight low of 71. Here are today's headlines. A constitutional ban on women pastors and a proposal to abolish a public policy agency accused of compromising with leftists narrowly failed on the last day of this year's Southern Baptist Convention in Dallas. Close margins on both key votes demonstrated the staunchly conservative views of the nation's largest Protestant denomination, which counts 12.7 million members. The Southern Baptist Convention held its annual meeting at downtown's K. Bailey Hutchison Convention Center this week. A proposed amendment to the denomination's constitution that would enshrine barring women from holding a role like women's or children's pastor failed for the second year in a row. Since 2000, the group's non-binding statement of faith has declared that only men are qualified for the role of pastor. It's been interpreted differently across the denomination, with some believing it does not apply to associate pastors like women's or children's ministry pastors as long as a church's senior pastor is male. The convention has attempted before to pass a constitutional amendment barring churches from letting a woman hold a pastoral title of any kind. The issue has come up in each of the last two conventions. Also, a proposal to abolish the Ethics and Religious Liberty Commission, the denomination's public policy arm, received about 43% of voting delegates' support, but narrowly failed. The agency's future was one of the most heated debates heading into the convention this year. In other news, the guardian and family members of an 11-year-old boy who died 2 days ago in Wylie have been arrested on child abuse charges in connection with his death. The young boy was found unconscious by first responders at his home on Long Meadow Road Monday evening. Police said the victim was found with visible injuries. Investigators learned that the boy had been intentionally physically abused. At this time, police said it cannot be determined how long the child may have been subject to alleged abuse. Police issued a search warrant Tuesday before arresting the boy's grandfather, 67-year-old Clifford Johnson, and the child's aunt, 47-year-old Eunice Johnson Lightsey. According to police, the boy's cousins were also arrested. The suspects have currently been charged with injury to a child and abandoning and endangering a child. Additional charges may be brought against the group. Next up, when the 2026 FIFA World Cup announced that AT&T Stadium would temporarily change its name to Dallas Stadium, the city of Arlington responded with a collective grumble. AT&T Stadium is not in Dallas, of course. It's in Arlington, smack dab in the middle between Dallas and Fort Worth. The grumbling just might be helping. At a news conference Wednesday in Frisco, the Dallas Sports Commission said it is in talks with FIFA about tweaking the name. The stadium must change its name to comply with FIFA regulations that prohibit corporate sponsors from representing host venues. And it's not just AT&T Stadium. New Jersey's MetLife Stadium, which will host the tournament's final game, will be renamed New York, New Jersey Stadium. Boston Stadium is actually in Foxborough, Massachusetts, and Los Angeles Stadium is in Inglewood, but both suburbs are far smaller than Arlington. Taxpayers in Arlington have said they would simply like some credit. They did foot the bill to build AT&T Stadium, which will host 9 World Cup games, more than any other site. The city's residents now deal with the congestion from the entertainment district, also home to the Texas Rangers Globe Life Field and the National Medal of Honor Museum. And a battle between two professional men's soccer teams for a stake in Dallas's sporting future ended with the city council unanimously approving a contract that gives Atlético Dallas, a new USL team, the keys to Fair Park's Cotton Bowl Stadium and MoneyGram Soccer Complex for the next 3 years. The vote did not bode well for FC Dallas, which has been operating MoneyGram, a 19-field soccer complex in northwest Dallas, for the past 11 years. The deal between the USL team and the city triggers FC Dallas's contract with a 6-month notice. The city's position boiled down to having a tenant in 2 of its properties, fashioning a deal that removes utility payments from the city's list of responsibilities and generating additional revenue. FC Dallas officials said they were caught off guard after the Dallas Morning News first reported that the city was vying to attract the USL team, especially as they still had 4 years left on their contract. Thanks for listening. For more on today's stories and the latest breaking news, visit dallasnews.com. Enjoy your day, and I'll be back tomorrow with more from the Dallas Morning News.